So this song is basically played in open E tuning 2 steps down. And what that turns out to be is essentially you have drop C at the top 3 strings, which is 1 step down drop D, and then you have your G dropped 3 frets down, so that'd be 1.5 steps, and then the last 2 are 2 steps down. And what that turns out to be is C, G, C, E, G, C. And you can check by matching them up, like 7, 5, 4, 3, and then 5 again. And that's what it should sound like after you strum it open. After you get the tuning done, what you want to do to start the song out, you want to take your index finger and put it on your 3rd string, 3rd fret, and you want to mute your top string. And then that's just open strumming. That's the first chord of the song. With your 2nd chord, you're going to have your middle finger on the 4th fret, and you want to keep your index finger in the same spot, but you want your middle finger to still be muting this string, but you want it on the 5th fret of, well no, the 4th fret of your 5th string. So that should sound like this. And then for your 3rd chord, you want to let that go. Take your ring finger and bar the top strings, the top 3 strings on the 5th fret. And then go back to your 2nd chord. Does that twice. And then for your interlude, what you want to do is, instead of having your index finger on that 3rd string, you want to have your ring finger there and your middle finger to bar the 2nd fret of the top 3 strings. So then you get this. And then you bring it back to the 4th, which is barring the top 3 on the 4th fret and keeping that note right there. So you want to switch from your ring finger to your index finger, and then go back to your 3rd chord that you played in the beginning. And then what you want to do when you go back down is you want to make basically like an E chord, but raised 2 frets. But you want to silence the top string once again. And then you do that 3rd chord again. And then back to your 2nd chord. And that's basically the 1st and 2nd verses. Now for the chorus, he starts out on an open chord, like that. And then what he does is basically if you were to bar this, it'd just be the 4 top strings completely, just barred on the 7th. But since you can't do it that way, you want to use your ring finger to anchor that there, and then bar it with your middle finger again. So you want to have that finger underneath your bar already. It sounds a lot cleaner as well. This is how they play a lot of their songs. And then you go down to the 5th. And then for the 9th, instead of having that finger down below it, you want to have it 1 fret down. And then back to your 7th, and then open again. So that's 7, 5, 9, 7, open. And then after he does all of that, he starts ending the chorus, what you want to do is you want to go back to your 5th, and then 7th again. And then you go back to your original chords. Now that you have all that, when you put it all together, then you arrive at the breakdown. And basically what that is going back to your second fret barred with your 3rd string on the 3rd fret again. Walk in on a tightrope, and then back to the 9th, wrapped up in vines. Then 7th, I think we'll make it out, you just gotta give me time. And then open for the next one. And then 9. And then 5. And then 7. And then back to the 5th. And then back to your original. And then you do the chorus 3 times. Now you also want to be pretty careful about this tuning, because if you do it even slightly wrong, it'll sound really, really off. And it's not really a hard song, it's just that tuning that's a little difficult. But once you got the tuning, it's pretty simple. And with the bars,